Hi, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to Wellness Wednesdays. I am so glad that you're here. My name is Sierra Hallbleib, and I am a doTERRA wellness advocate and essential oil educator, and someone who believes that living well doesn't have to be complicated, just intentional. This evening, or for this session, we're focusing on something really close to my heart: brain health. June is actually Alzheimer's Awareness Month. Over the years and up till now, my family has supported and cared for several family members dealing with mental health challenges, dementia, memory loss. My grandfather had Alzheimer's. And with grandpa, one of the memories that sticks with me was his love for gingerbread cake. Even as his memory faded, that cake always lit up his eyes, lit up his world. He could literally eat a slice every day, multiple times a day, and still respond with the same enthusiasm of a child saying, "Thank you, sugar. I haven't had this in a long time," even though he just had it yesterday. It was sweet, but it was also heartbreaking at the same time. We'd serve it to him and he'd react like it was a treat from his childhood. Those moments made us laugh, and sometimes those moments would make us cry. If you have ever watched someone slowly forget the people or the moments that shaped their life, or if you're concerned about your own brain health and you just want to stay sharp, I just want you to know you are not alone. And while we can't control everything, there are simple evidence-backed things that we can do each day to support our minds and care for our nervous systems and show up fully for ourselves and those we love. So today, I'm going to give you practical, doable ways to support your brain, whether you're a caregiver or you're trying to just stay sharp and energized and emotionally grounded. We're going to keep it real, we're going to keep it simple, and make it something you can actually take action on. Because let me tell you something. Have you have you ever walked into a room and totally forgotten why you were there? Or you're scrolling on your phone and then you realize you can't even remember what you're supposed to be doing? Yeah, same. I do those things. Here's something wild. Alzheimer's can start silently damaging the brain up to 20 years before symptoms even appear. 20 years. So that means what we're doing right now in our 30s, in our 40s, in our 50s absolutely, definitely matters. And I get it. Brain health is not something we generally talk about or think about until something's not working right, until something goes wrong, or until we can't think clearly or we can't remember. But what if we flipped that mindset? What if protecting our brain became part of our everyday wellness routine, like drinking water, moving our bodies, taking care of our skin? Because the numbers are real. In the United States alone, over 7 million people are living with Alzheimer's. And then globally, Alzheimer's is a leading cause of death. So while there's no cure yet, we do know that certain lifestyle choices can lower our risk and even slow the progression of that disease. But let's zoom in for a second, because brain health isn't just about avoiding memory loss, right? It's about feeling clear-headed and feeling focused, being able to show up when we need to, being able to stay independent as we age. And it's about keeping our joy, our identity, and our peace. So if you've been feeling more forgetful lately, overwhelmed, or just mentally tired, today is not about fear. If we can shift from being reactive to proactive, even just a little bit, we open the door to more peace, more clarity, and more presence with the people we love. So let's talk about how. I'm going to share 5 powerful and totally doable ways to take care of your brain starting today. Each one is backed by science, simple to implement, and can easily become part of your daily life. So if you have a pen and paper, you're taking notes, now's the time to pull it out. All right. So tip number 1, we want to eat for your brain. Eat for brain health. Your brain is an energy hog. It uses about 20% of the calories you consume. So feeding it the right fuel isn't optional. It's intentional. Not intentional. It is intentional. It's essential is the word I was looking for. Diets that are high in sugar, processed fats, additives, artificial additives can cause inflammation in the brain and reduce your cognitive function. But on the flip side, there are many whole foods that have been shown to reduce Alzheimer's risk. So, turmeric and black pepper, for one, helps to increase the absorption of curcumin, which is great for reducing inflammation. So, add those 2 spices to your meals together. How about frozen berries or fresh berries? Here in Guam, we opt for frozen because it's more affordable and looks better. But keep frozen berries on hand because they're rich in flavonoids that protect memory. Another thing you want to do is aim for rainbow meals. Eat the rainbow. More colors on your plate, the more nutrients are getting into your system. So these tips is not about perfection. It's about adding more of the good stuff in and not obsessing over cutting everything out. So that was tip number 1, eat for your brain. Tip number 2, sleep. Sleep like it's your job. Think of sleep as the night crew that comes in to clean your brain. Without it, toxins are going to pile up. During deep sleep, the brain clears out beta amyloid. In Alzheimer's patients, beta amyloid accumulates in the brain and it forms plaques that is basically the hallmark of the disease. Poor sleep increases your risk of cognitive decline and impacts your mood, focus, and memory right away, immediately. So, some tips that you want to keep in mind for a bedtime routine, and these are things I am working on myself as well. You want to shut down screens 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Okay. Phones, iPads, tablets, the TV, the blue light from those things are going to block melatonin. So turn them down earlier. Also, do things that are going to help you to mentally clear the clutter. So, journaling, lingering in prayer, do those things before bedtime. You can also diffuse pure essential oils that are going to help you to sleep. So I like doTERRA's lavender. I also like the doTERRA Serenity Restful Blend. Diffuse them by your nightstand and just start creating a routine that signals that you're going into rest mode. Sleep, it's not lazy, it's important work. It's brain therapy and it's free. So look at it that way. Sleep is important. So that was tip number 2. Tip number 3, move your body. What's good for your heart is good for your brain, and movement is medicine. Exercise increases blood flow to the brain and it triggers the release of BDNF, which is a growth factor that helps your brain to create new connections and preserve memory. Research shows that regular exercise can literally increase the part of the brain that stores memories. So, regular exercise is important, not just for your physical body, it's for your brain. So, try moving or try pairing movement with mindfulness. Take a walk outside in nature whenever you can. Apply lemongrass or peppermint to your pulse points to kind of help you stay in the moment while you're help you to stay mindful as you're doing your movements. Okay. If you enjoy going to the gym, go to the gym. If you don't, that's okay. I'm not telling you you need to go to the gym, but move. You can go and do some gardening outside. You can opt to use the stairs whenever possible. Take a dance break, dance in your living room, dance in your kitchen. All of that counts. So when it comes to movement, you don't need to go hard. You just need to go often. Daily walks are excellent way to be able to keep moving your body. So that was tip number 3. Tip number 4, you want to challenge your mind. Learning isn't just for kids. Keeping your brain sharp, it's like keeping your muscles strong. Use it or lose it. Mental stimulation builds cognitive reserve, which is essentially your brain's backup system. So studies have shown that learning a new language, learning an instrument, even tackling a new recipe in the kitchen can strengthen long-term brain health. So, what are some things you can do? A 5-minute memory game or a memory exercise. And while you're doing it, diffuse oils like rosemary and peppermint together. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that combination, but it's been shown to improve memory recall. You could also use other essential oils during learning to kind of create what is called a scent anchor, where your brain will tie the smell to that memory. So those are just like little fun little things you can try doing as you're stimulating your brain. Your brain craves novelty and originality. So if you've been on autopilot, which many of us do, if you've been on autopilot, it's time to shake things up, change things up a little bit, okay? So that was tip number 4. Tip number 5, ditch the toxins. Yes, your brain is protected by the blood-brain barrier. However, it's not bulletproof. There are toxins like heavy metals, synthetic fragrances, phthalates, and mold. Those things can breach that barrier and disrupt brain function. Chronic exposure or long-term exposure is linked to brain fog, headaches, hormone imbalances, even neurodegenerative diseases. So swap out the synthetic candles, get rid of the plugins or perfumes even, and opt for more natural options. So you can use diffuser blends. If you just love perfume, you can actually create a pure essential oil roller using different notes and smells to create your own perfumes, or just use a roller that that's already blended for you. When you look at your cleaning supplies, less is more. You can use lemon essential oil, doTERRA's On Guard, Abode. There's a cleaning concentrate actually in the Abode line that I absolutely love. It's effective. It smells great. And then also look at your personal care labels, shampoo, makeup, things like that. Less is more when it comes to the ingredients. We're not asking you to detox your whole life overnight, okay? Just start in one corner of your home and then go from there. So now just for a second, I want to zoom in on a few things that I use personally to help my brain to thrive. The first one, actually, it's a pairing, a duo, would be VMG and the E Omega Plus. VMG, this little tasty packet, is packed with pre-methylated B vitamins, which are very important when it comes to supporting your mood and memory. It also has many antioxidant-rich plant extracts in here. And then the E Omega Plus, these are your omega 3s, which we know are anti-inflammatory and definitely critical or crucial when it comes to supporting your neuron health. So this little combination here, this is my little daily dose. It helps to improve my energy, protect my cells, reduce inflammation in my system, and all of those things are brain protective. So I kind of think of it as my foundational brain food in a delicious little combination here, a little packet. And I definitely feel a difference in my focus and my stamina since I switched to these a while ago. I talked about rosemary and peppermint before. This combination has been shown to improve working memory and cognitive alertness. Rosemary increases acetylcholine levels in the brain, which is key for memory. Peppermint increases oxygen to the brain. So while you're working, diffuse them together. Or you can create a roller with the two oils and a carrier oil so it's diluted, and you can apply it to your temples. So this duo is like flipping the light switch on in your brain, in your mind. We talked about sleep, right? Serenity Restful Blend is my favorite nighttime essential oil blend. It combines lavender, cedarwood, and vetiver to quiet a racing mind. It helps to ease you into those deeper sleep cycles where that brain cleansing can actually take place and happen. So you can diffuse it by your nightstand, like I mentioned earlier, add it to your bath, or create a pillow mist spray to spray on your pillow at night. So sleep is when your brain is filing the day away, right? And this blend basically helps you to stay long enough so that your brain can do just that. Another essential oil combination would be frankincense and copaiba. Frankincense is neuroprotective and supports cell regeneration. And then copaiba works with the endocannabinoid system, which helps to calm nervous system inflammation. And it also promotes emotional balance. So I use the two of them together. And these are my daily drop oils. You know, I love doTERRA because they're certified pure tested grade oil. So I can use them internally or topically to support my brain and support my nervous system. When it comes to cleaning, lemon is great for purifying the air, and it also helps to create like an uplifting mood because it smells so fresh and bright, right? On Guard supports your immune health, and which in fighting inflammation is a major part of that, especially when it comes to brain aging. So On Guard is another oil that you can diffuse or clean with if you like to create your own recipes for cleaning supplies. If not, there's Abode, which is a cleaning line of products, basically all natural, plant-based, but it helps to cut out the synthetic cleaning toxins that often affect our cognition, okay, and then end up affecting our mood as well. Keep in mind, every little swap will add up to a cleaner, calmer environment for your brain to thrive. So you don't have to overhaul your entire life to protect your brain. Just pick one of these areas to start with. Okay, so we're going to wrap it up. Let's bring it home. Your brain is doing a million things for you every single day, every single second, helping you to remember, helping you to feel, helping you to connect, helping you to be you. It's time to give it some love back. So some key takeaways from this Wellness Wednesday episode: feed your brain what it needs, protect your sleep like it's a boundary, move with purpose, stimulate your mind, and cut back the chemicals that are weighing it down. So this isn't about adding pressure. It's about giving yourself the permission to care for the most important organ in your body, the one that holds your memories, your personality, and your peace. Your peace begins with your mind, and your brain health begins with your daily habits. So take that daily walk, use these essential oils, eat the salmon, take the omegas, do the puzzle, because you're worth the effort. Let's take care of the mind that's taking care of everyone else. So I'd like to thank you for being here. I am cheering you on. Let's keep glowing from the inside out.